I think over time that hysteria is going to subside, and I think ultimately, my view, my view ultimately comes down to the fact that since we are living beings, these things are not living beings. They are just going to always remain machines that are subject to our will. They're not going to take over. And the reason I say that, the reason I could say that with a certain degree of confidence, is that ultimately we have never been able to invent artificial life. We talk a big game about our technological progress. The chat GPT can do this and it can do that, and the machines today do this and the computer does that, and the textile machines do this and that. We talk a big game about our progress, but you know what? We have never been able to make an apple out of anything other than an apple seed. We've never been able to make any living organism out of anything other than the same living organism. There's no way of making an apple. There's no way of making an amoeba except from another amoeba. There's no way of making a human being except from another human being. There's no way of making a tree leaf, just a simple tree leaf. We can't make it out of anything except on the same tree. And, ultimately you could take the tree leaf, you could take the apple, you can take the amoeba, you can take the human being, put it in a lab. You can study all of its contents. You can study all of its chemical ingredients, and you can reformulate it, but you can't make an apple. You can't recreate an apple. You can't make a living apple that people can eat synthetically. Obviously, there's all these idiotic press releases all the time about making synthetic meat. It's just garbage. It's industrial waste, and they're going to trick you and tell you it's synthetic meat. It's just going to be another industrial poison that people are going to eat and get sick from, and Bill Gates is going to get very rich from it. But we're not able to create artificial life. And that for me is the key thing. Since we cannot make artificial living things, everything else is just an inanimate machine that has a plug that we can unplug. That's ultimately what it comes down to. It's not going to have a will of its own. It's always going to be subject to, connecting the thing into the socket. And yeah, you can program one of those machines to do evil things, to do bad things. You can make a weapon that can kill 1 million people. You can throw a giant bomb at a population center and kill people. You can program a machine to go around and perform. Some of these robots can go around and kill people, but it's not going to be the robot that's going around killing people any more than it is the gun that shoots people. Somebody's going to pull the trigger. Somebody's going to program that machine. So as long as it's not a living thing, then it's just going to be a tool in somebody's hand. And whatever damage it does, there's going to be somebody responsible for it. Because as long as it's not a living thing, it doesn't have a will of its own. And we are nowhere near inventing artificial living things. Even though we could take living things into a lab and break down their ingredients and study them very well. We can reproduce every single one of the ingredients that make an apple in a laboratory. We can mix them together in the same proportions that make an apple, but we can't make an apple. So I'm not worried.
I see your points, and I completely disagree. But tell you what, I'll let you go down the rabbit hole, and maybe we'll come back in another 3 or 6 months and we can go deeper on this stuff for sure. So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. I'm looking for partners, collaborators, colleagues who want to join forces with me around the globe and create real value, generational wealth, and financial freedom for everyone else around the world. Get involved in the cryptocurrency markets, get involved in the NFT markets. This is your moment. Life all comes down to a few moments. Don't let this pass. Now it's not too late. Next year's going to be too late. Ultimately, this is about freedom. That's the way I see it. This is about giving power back to the people and enabling billions of people worldwide to use the financial markets to improve their lives and those of their friends and their families and their communities. Honestly, I think it's a violation of human rights not to allow people basic access to financial services. Because right now people are being kept in the dark, they're being robbed of education, and it's a travesty. And so I'm looking for people that want to join me and be a part of this solution. And that all happens inside the DeFi Academy. The gains my students are making are absolutely amazing. Double, triple digit gains in the first month alone. That's amazing. This will change your life. Now is the time to get involved. I'm gonna tell you exactly how my students in my academy made money in the last 30 days. I'm talking about real trading results. And let me just whet your appetite a little bit. Let me hit you with some numbers. I'm talking Brendan from New Zealand is up 68.77% on the month. Steve from Europe up 83%. Albert in Singapore up 169.9% on one single trade. I got Susan up 153% on her call options alone, also rocking 139% returns and 442% returns as well on individual trades. These are people that are changing their financial future in the last 30 days, but it's based on trading discipline. I've graduated over 500 students from inside my academy from over 54 countries around the world. It's amazing. When it comes to crypto, DeFi, and blockchain, we love this space. We truly believe it's the future. This is down to our core. It's authentic to what we're doing, and everybody can tell through the camera because you can't make this stuff up. If you're watching me now, wherever you are, I implore you, take 60 seconds right now and join my academy. Apply today. Now you've got a chance. Life all comes down to a few moments. What are you gonna do? What's the choice that you're going to make?